just being here with the rising and sinking of the breathing in your belly. Just letting your breathing be how it wants to be, resting down. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing, relaxing. And softening into it. Noticing the points of contact between your body and the floor. Noticing any sensations, any feelings you might have that are big for you right now. Can just be aware of those, just acknowledging you've got some of that stuff happening inside. And relaxing into the present moment, allowing things to flow through you. Being with your breathing. Good, and when you can feel ready, gently allowing your eyes to lift, to open, and you can let your right knee bend, linking your fingers around your right knee, and just kind of drawing it in.
Matt, can't hear you.
I can't hear you, Shinkai.
Can't hear you. I think maybe now.
Can you hear that now?
Yeah, now I can. Yeah.
Okay, if it happens again, let me know. I'll have the other mic handy and we can easily switch over. Okay.
Okay.
So just let's see here. So just being on your back now, okay? So you're on your back and let your feet come down to the floor. So about hip distance. So we haven't done the other leg yet. We'll do that in a moment. So feet can be on the floor and so legs about hip distance, feet down. And then you can inhale here and then exhale, pressing down through your feet, lifting into your hips. So making a bridge shape. Nice and strong in your legs and your shoulders. Stretching through the front of your body. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing down You may need to draw your knees in for a moment, just hugging. Good. And then switching it up. So link your fingers around your left knee. Right leg can reach out. And feeling this. And then you may lift off in the head and shoulders, like you're going to bring your nose or your forehead to your knee. Or you might even lift off in the right leg and kind of point your toes looking forward. Strong in your belly. That's it. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then just soften for a moment. And then let your left leg come across your body. So coming into a twist on this side. So left arm can reach out or be down at your side. Breathing. Good. And then when you're ready, releasing out again. Coming back up. And then once again, have your feet on the floor about hip distance, arms at your sides, palms down. And then you can inhale here and then exhale again, pushing down, lifting into your hips. So again, nice strong bridge shape. Opening through the front. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then again, you can release down and you can let your knees draw in again. And then you can let the soles of your feet come together, knees splaying out, and you can link your fingers together above your head and just kind of pressing your palms, so flipping your palms away from you. So little tuck in your chin, long in your neck. You might even have a little tuck in your belly so that your low back is kind of coming down towards the floor, maybe a little flatter. Good breathing here, opening into it. Opening through your inner legs, through your trunk. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then you can release your arms again, taking the outsides of your legs, drawing your knees, your legs in. Okay. And maybe swaying a little bit side to side. And then link your fingers around your right knee, pressing out through your left leg, rocking all the way up into sitting. So comfortable cross-legged position here. Are you still able to hear?
Yes.
Okay, keep letting me know. Okay, thanks. All right, so comfortable cross-legged position, hands on your knees, and then just think about rotating a little bit in your upper body. Circling into it. Nice and smooth, nice and free. Good, and then coming the other way too. Good, and then back to center. Okay, so you can start off with your palms together. So it can be right here. So on your inhale, left hand can draw a bow and right hand can make an L. Okay, so you inhale and you look to the right, and then exhale, palms come together again. Inhale, right hand draws the bow, looking towards the left. Exhale, palms together again. So just like this, going side to side. Inhale, drawing your bow, making your L with your index finger and your thumb. Good. Exhale. Good. Inhale, drawing. Looking towards the notch where your arrow would go, broad across your chest. Exhale together. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more at your own speed. Sitting tall. kind of nourishing the lung and the large intestine system. Good, last set, to the right and then to the left. Good, and then just coming back. Hands can be down behind you. You may find you want to switch your legs, so whichever leg's out in front, you can bring it on the inside. So hands down behind you, and you might just kind of lean back into it. So chin can be tucked, that's fine, or chin can be lifted. Some people will lift into the hips. You're welcome to lift off in your hips here. So chin can be tucked or lifted, or if your neck's in good shape, you can even let your head kind of hang back. Just if that feels okay. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing down, and you can shake out a little into your wrists, and then let your legs be long out in front of you. Okay. Unless this is uncomfortable, you can be in cross-legged, and then right fingertips or palm can be at the side. Inhale, left arm's going to lift, and then exhale, you kind of lean into the right hand, root down through your left hip, and do a side stretch. Good, and then releasing out. Okay, so we'll come right to the other side here. So left fingertips or palm at your side, right arm's gonna lift, and then exhale, you can kind of slide it out, push down into it, and root down through your right hip. So you can have a curve through the right side of your body. Good, and then on your inhale again, you can release out. You can come back, and then you can let your knees, your legs come in again, and maybe you can have the soles of the feet together now. So have them a little bit away from your pelvis and your hips. So the heel's a little bit away. So you've got a diamond shape here. Feel your sitting bones down on the mat or on the ground. And then you can kind of begin to lean forward. You might take your knees in your hands, or you can take your ankles or your feet, and you might just kind of lean out, like reach out through the crown of your head. Or you might let your chin tuck a little bit, might let your spine round, as if you're gonna put your forehead into your feet there. So finding a comfortable place to be here. You can probably feel that on the outsides of your hips, kind of a stretch there. Is it breathing? Good, and then just taking one more breath or so here, and then releasing out. So coming back up, you can take the outsides of your legs in your hands. You can flop your knees a little bit side to side, and then just see if you can make your way into a tabletop position. So hands at your shoulders, knees at your hips. Tops of your feet can be on the floor. Okay, and then you can let your toes tuck under. So you can lift up and back through your hips, through your legs. You might be kind of pedaling into your heels a little bit, kind of bending your knees a little bit, or you might just stay very grounded and steady and stationary. Noticing that stretch. Good. And then you can let your knees come down to the ground for a moment. Make sure your hands and your wrists are okay. Step your right foot forward, and then you might just stay here, kind of rocking a little, or you can let your back toes tuck under, and you can kind of do like a runner's lunge, rocking a little bit front and back. Okay, and then when you're ready, maybe you can do a 180. So you can kind of walk your hands to the center and then turn to the other side of your mat. So your left foot will be out in front. And then again, you can either have the runner's lunge going on, or you can let the back knee be down, just kind of feeling your way into it here. Good. And then right knee can come down, left leg can come back. And then once again, you can let your hands be in line, your legs be in line, and you can press up and back through your hips again. So making that mountain shape in your body. And maybe looking back between your legs, feeling the power, feeling your hands rooted, grounded down, and feeling your feet grounded down, and your breathing. Good. And then your knees can come down again here. And then just seeing if you can push back into some form of like a frog squat. So you might just kind of push back and have your knees splaying out. So I've got my heels lifted now. You can do that. If that feels a little rough on the knees or anything, you can always come up and just have the elbows or the hands on the knees. That's fine too. Just kind of stretching into things a little bit here. You might have a bit of a swivel going on, or you might explore balancing. You might have your palms together with your arms on your legs, or can even have the arms off the legs. That's it. Good. Wherever you are, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then easy does it, coming all the way up into standing. Okay, so standing nice and tall. Legs about hip or shoulder distance. Knees are soft here. And then you can just maybe begin to swing a little bit from side to side. So let your body be nice and loose. You might lift off in the heel each time, or your feet might stay grounded. Good. And then letting things gradually slow here. Okay. And then let your fingertips come onto your shoulders. Knees are soft, so you're kind of sinking down, and root down through your lower body. And then same kind of movement, but just kind of from your torso here, twisting a little side to side, feeling an opening in your chest, in your ribs. Noticing how that is. Good, and then coming back again. Okay, so thinking about, again, legs, hip or shoulder distance, and think about your arms reaching out. So spiky fingers, I think we've done this in the past, like you're turning the nozzles on, like the hose on the side of the house. So look to the right hand. So the right hand's gonna be up and the left hand's gonna be down, okay? So you can be here, and then as you look forward, the right hand turns down, and as you look to the left hand turns up. So it's like you're squeezing or you're twisting arms the opposite way. And then when you look forward, the left hand begins to turn down, and then look to the right, and the hand goes up. Okay, so just like this, just kind of looking from side to side and turning the nozzles each time. Nice and soft in your shoulders. You might even inhale to one side and then exhale to the other side. Just kind of feeling that ringing out quality from fingertips through your arms, your shoulders, through your chest. Good. One more set. You might even have a little bit of tingling going on. Remember, you can always take breaks if you need to. Okay. And then you can release out. Okay. Shake out if you need to, bounce out. So legs about hip or shoulder distance, knees are soft. Have your hands on your hips, and then you might even have a little wider stance, and then bend your knees and just beginning to rotate in your hips a little bit. So like you were doing a hula hoop, like you had a hula hoop around your hips. Okay, so just kind of feeling your way into it. There might be some areas, they say that a lot of emotions can kind of get held in the hips and kind of locked up sometimes in the hips. So, the emotions in the body are very connected. So, there might be some areas where you've been holding on, gently just kind of moving a little bit into those areas too. Good. And then come in the other way too. That's it. Nice and smooth. Last one. Good. And then coming back to center. Okay. And then moving down the body. So we're going down to the knees. So you might have your toes, your legs together. You can let your legs be together and bend your knees and kind of send your hips back. Hands can come onto your knees, and then just thinking about rotating into your knees a little bit here. Circling into things. Nice and free, nice and smooth. And then come the other way too. Might have some cracks in there, some clicks going on. Releasing some stuff. Good. And then releasing out, coming back up. Okay. Shake out if you need to. And just seeing if you can take a wide stance now. So one leg's distance, but then think about your feet angling out. So you might have to step your feet in a little bit so that you can bend your knees and you can angle your feet out. Let's see. I think that's best we can do there. Yeah, good. Okay, so a little bit of a tuck in your belly as usual, kind of scooping under in your tailbone. So lower body's grounded, upper body's relaxed and light. And you can focus your eyes on a point on the ground or on the wall in front of you. Just taking a couple of breaths here. You can kind of feel the stretch happening through your hips, through your legs maybe. Okay, and then same thing we did before. So left hand draws the bowstring, right hand makes that L, okay, lungs, large intestine channels. So on the inhale, drawing out to the right, hold it for a moment, and then exhale, palms together. Good, and then we'll go to the left. So inhale, the right hand draws the bowstring, looking towards the left. Exhale, release. Good, so just like this, going at your own speed. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, drawing it. Exhale, releasing it. Few more. If you need to come out of the legs a little bit at any time, you can just soften on the legs. Keep coming wide through and then maybe you sink into it again. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last set. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And then easy does it. Lengthening into your legs. You can step your feet in. If you need to bounce out or shake out a little bit or wiggle, you can. And have your feet about one leg's distance here. So you can always bend the knees if you want. That's a very safe position for your lower back. You can send your hips back, or hands on your hips is fine. So inhale, opening through your chest, and then exhale, you can begin to come forward in a good way. Hands can come down to the floor, perhaps. That's it. Or onto a block. And you might push down, inhale, lift and lengthen a little bit. And then exhale, you can kind of let gravity help you down. So again, it's fine to bend the knees pretty deeply. Looking back between your legs, perhaps. And getting a nice stretch, being in the stretch, feeling the stretch, kind of allowing the stretch to unfold however it does. And your breathing always helps. Good. And then pushing down, inhale, lift and lengthen. And then maybe hands can be on bending knees or on your hips. And you can gently, slowly come all the way up. Okay. You can step your feet in together for a moment and you can bounce out. Okay. And then coming down into a low, into a high kneel. So a high kneeling position. Okay. And you may need to be a little bit, still trying to figure out how to teach like this. I never teach like this. Okay, so right foot out to the side. Okay, so you can ground down. So you've got your mat. Okay, and then left arm can reach, right leg out. Left arm can lift up, and then exhale, just kind of beginning to curve a little towards the right. That's it. So feeling that stretch kind of through the sides of the lungs there. You can always bend the knee and step the foot in if it's uncomfortable on your hip. That's it, breathing. Good, getting a good opening here. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and then releasing out for a moment here. Okay, and then right hand can be on your chest, and then you can make that L shape and reach out. Okay, and then kind of draw the bowstring and relax your shoulders. Once again, looking towards the notch, but keep pushing out through the right elbow. So really good, keep grounding down through the right foot. Just kind of going, take a few breaths in the drawn position here. Softening through your arms, feeling it in your lungs. These are the energy channels that are very much connected with the lungs and the large intestine in the body. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Releasing. Okay, coming out, shaking out. Once again, a high lunge. So you just had your right leg out. So now I want, still have your mat. So now step your left foot forward. So I'm going to do the same thing as you. So left foot forward. Okay. And so you're in a low lunge, and then inhale, just let your arms reach up. You can make those kitchen gloves if you want. So you're kind of reaching up. That's it, opening through the front of the body. You might be kind of sinking forward a little in your hips here. Good, breathing. That's it. And then hands can either come down to your front knee, and you're kind of stretching through the hip flexors there. You can sink into it, or you can bring your hands onto the inside of the left foot. And again, you might need to scoot the right leg back a little. You can always have a block under your hands here. So you're kind of sinking into it in a good way. Feeling that stretch in the front of your right hip there, the back hip, maybe a little bit in your left leg. Finding a nice place to be and breathing here. Letting things soften. Your awareness is kind of like the gateway towards really letting things soften. Good. And then you can gently press back and come back into tabletop. And then seeing if you can make some form of a push-up position. So it might just be a knee push-up, or it might be a full push-up. Lower belly drawing in, nice and strong. Looking down between your hands here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then you can lower your body all the way down, tops of your feet on the floor, reaching back through your legs. And on your inhale, you can lift into a cobra shape. And then exhale, you can release. Let's do that 2 more times here. So inhale, nice and strong. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale once again, nice and strong. Exhale, release. Good. Pushing up into tabletop. And then once again, like we did before, making a mountain shape with your body. So toes tucking under, pressing nice and high. Good. And then knees can come down to the floor here. Okay. And see if your big toes can come together. So knees are going to splay out to the sides. And you can kind of sink down into it, and you can either stay here. Okay. You can just kind of be here, sinking down, or you're welcome to let the left arm come under and through the right. And you might have your left ear on the ground or on a pillow. And this might be a good place just to get a little bit of a shoulder stretch. So you can support yourself with that right hand. So that can be grounding down here. Or some people like to reach up to the ceiling with the right hand. That's fine too. Or you can even let the arm kind of wrap around your body, rest on your low back, or take your left hip. So you're kind of opening into the right shoulder too. And then just being here, kind of softening into a good place where you can breathe. One more breath. Good. And then easy does it. Right hand can come down, and then you can come back up and into tabletop once again here. And then from here, we'll come all the way up into standing once again. So you can let your toes tuck under, coming all the way up into standing. Okay. All right. Good. And then from here, actually, we'll shift right into the other side. There was one other thing I wanted to do, but we'll do that after this side. Okay, so come down into a high kneel again. Okay, and this time it'll be your left foot that steps out. Remember, you can always bend the knee if that feels better. Okay, so left arm can slide down your leg. Inhale, right arm lifts this time, and then exhale, kind of finding that side stretch. Bending into the elbow if you need to, or I've seen people just reach out the other way. That's a good way to do it too. No forcing. Good, breathing. Really, this is a great one for the sides of the lungs. Good, and then you can release out again. Okay, and then we'll do the bows, the bowstring to the right this time. So left hand draws the bowstring, right hand makes the L. Okay, and then you can kind of inhale and then just kind of soften into it. So kind of pressing out through that left elbow still. It's almost like from the fingertips on the right hand all the way across your chest to the left elbow. Pointing up the best you can through the index finger. It's probably going to want to point forward, I'm guessing. Just doing the best you can, gently. Breathing deeply into the bottoms of your lungs, maybe. And having a softening. Good, one more breath. And then again, you can release out. Okay, and then easy does it. Left knee is going to bend. Okay, so once again, So I'm going to do now same side as you. So your right foot and mine too are going to step forward. So the left knee is going to be down there. And once again, find that stance. And then when you're ready, if you want to make the kitchen gloves, you can or not. And then just beginning to lift into it. So opening through the front plane of your body, your belly as well, kind of your large intestine area. You might be kind of sending the hips forward a little bit, sinking into it a little bit. Good job. And then you can release out, and you can either have the hands just on that front leg, sinking into it, or you can step the foot out to the side an extra inch. Maybe you step it forward a little, and then hands can come to the inside of the right foot. Okay, easy on that back knee, and you can kind of sink into it here. So breathing, finding a good place that you can just be. The U of O classes, they've all shifted to online as well. And this morning was the first one. And we talked about being mode versus doing mode, and how it's so easy to get caught up in doing mode, like our whole society and our culture. Like if you're not doing something, don't just sit there, do something, right? But we talked about how actually just being, don't just do something, just be there. That's a completely different way of engaging with life. Okay, one more breath after being there. Okay, and then releasing, coming out of it. And then once again, step back in the right foot. And so once again, you can either do a knee push-up, or you can do full push-up. Okay, if you've got it in you. No forcing though, just knee push-up is very good. Okay, nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then knees can come down. Once again, lowering all the way down. And then once again, coming into a cobra shape. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, release. Last one, inhale. Exhale, release. Good job. And then pushing up into tabletop again. And then once again, making the mountain in your body. Toes can tuck. Pressing high. Fine to bend the knees. Good. And then you can let your knees come down to the floor again here, letting things settle. Okay, make sure your wrists are okay. And then once again, maybe you can let your big toes come together. You can let your knees be wide. Okay, and then you can kind of sink back into your heels again. And this might be where you stay. You might just kind of come down, wide legs, or you can let the right arm this time maybe glide under the left. And you might look to the left. You might have your ear on the floor. And support yourself with that left hand as much as you need to. Just kind of feeling the turn here. Feeling the shoulder stretch. Again, you're welcome to let the left arm reach up, or you can even kind of wrap it around the body or rest it on your sacrum. Breathing. Good. One more breath. And release. So right hand can come down and support you. Left hand can come down and support you. And then you can come up into tabletop once again. Move any way you need. Might need to wiggle or shake or bounce a little bit. And then once again, coming all the way up into standing. Nice and strong. Okay, and coming up. Good. So once again, step, say 1 leg's distance, maybe a little narrower, a little shorter. And then once again, let your feet angle out. Once again, knees bend. And once again, let your tummy tuck here. Okay, so nice and strong. Once again, you can bring your palms together, maybe in front of you here. Taking a couple of breaths, stretching through your legs. Good. And then maybe the right hand can come down. So you can inhale the right arm, left arm up, and then exhale, you can kind of side stretch a little. Good. And then inhale, release. So left arm down, right arm up, and then exhale, a little side bend to the left. So just like this, 1 breath per movement. Inhale, come out of it. Exhale, sink into it a little bit. Inhale, come out. Exhale in. So just go at your own speed here, coming side to side, staying strong in the legs. It's okay to lengthen into your legs if you need to. Come out of it a little. And you can sink back into it when you're ready. Might be going slower or faster than me. It's fine. Good. Last set. Coming to the right. Last set. Coming to the left. And once again, lengthening into your legs. Step your feet in together and just kind of shaking out a little bit, bouncing out. Okay, so on your, so legs about hip or shoulder distance. So on your in-breath, think about reaching up through your fingertips, through the crown of your head. You might even come up onto your tippy toes. And then on the exhale, just bend your knees, put your hips back, and just let your arms flick down, okay? You might even do a on the exhale. So once again, inhale coming up, hold your breath for a moment, and then exhale, just flicking everything away. You might even sway your arms a couple times. Inhale, really reaching, nice and long, and then exhale, completely releasing. Flicking away anything, any residual tension or anything you've been carrying. Just really releasing. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. And then just standing tall for a moment here, legs about hip or shoulder distance. If you want to let your eyes close, you can. And just tuning in, just being with your breathing, wherever you feel it most naturally. And tuning into your body, just noticing how your body feels right now. We've been moving and stretching and breathing for about, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Just noticing the energy in the body. What areas have really begun to come into focus, to really come alive? Noticing where the energy is moving inside. Good. And then eyes can open here if they were closed, and then coming all the way down into sitting once again. So making your way down into sitting. Good. And maybe you can have your right leg extending out in front here. So left foot can maybe be on the inside of the right leg. So you can always bend the knee if that feels better and just come over a bended knee. Okay, so you can either inhale, exhale, glide, or you can inhale, reach up, and then exhale, reach forward. So just coming into some form of a forward fold here. Finding the sweet spot. And just being here, breathing here. Good, and on your inhale, you can release and reach up. Okay, and then right hand can come onto your left knee. Left fingertips or palm can be down behind you. So rooting down through your hips. Inhale, grounding and lengthening. And on your exhale, beginning to turn to the left. So feeling a twist here. Inhale, grounding and lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, and then when you're ready, you can release out of it. And maybe you might be able to let the right leg, you can have the knee bending. You might even have kind of like the inner side of the foot on the ground. So what we're going for is we want to kind of line up with the left knee in our torso, more or less. So feel the left hip on the ground. And you might just stay here, put a little pressure into it. Or you might kind of bring your hands and your body down over that left leg. It's almost like you can put your chest on the thigh and nice long left thigh area. So getting a stretch in the outside of that left hip here. So breathing, kind of like a adjusted form of like a pigeon stretch. Good, really letting things stretch and open. One more breath. Good, and on your inhale, easy does it, coming back up. Okay, and then just can let the right leg release, the left leg release, bouncing into your knees a little bit, rotating into your ankles a little bit. We didn't get all the way to the ankles when we were doing our stuff standing, and then rotating the other way too. Good. And then left leg will lengthen this time. So right foot can come on the inside of your leg. And then once again, you're welcome to bend the knee, no forcing. And you can inhale, exhale, glide, or you can inhale, reach up, and then exhale, kind of reach forward. Hands coming to a comfortable place, and then just softening into it. And breathing here. Good, and on your inhale, again, you can release, you can reach up, and then left hand can be on your right knee, so kind of rooting down through your hips here, sitting tall, right fingertips or palm behind you, inhale, lengthening, and then exhale, beginning to turn to the right. Inhale, grounding and lengthening, and on your exhale, turning to the right. Feeling that twist. Feeling your breath. Good, and again, you can release out when you're ready here, and then squaring off now with the right leg. So the left leg can come out. It's fine to bend the knee and kind of have the inside of the leg and the foot on the floor. Main thing, kind of squaring off with the right knee. Feel that hip down on the ground, and you might just stay perched, or you might come down a little. Elbows might splay out. You can even put kind of like your belly and your chest on that leg. and feeling kind of a hip stretch in the outside of the right leg. Good, one more breath. And again, you can release when you're ready, coming all the way up. Okay, once again, easy does it. Legs can kind of lengthen out, bouncing into your knees a little bit. And then have your feet wider than hip distance, knees bending, and then just letting the knees fall to one side and then fall to the other side. So opening into your legs, into your hips one last time. Good job. And then from here, if you've got any final things you got to do, go right ahead. But we're going to shift to lying back once again. So legs and arms can fall out to the sides, completely relaxing down. If it's comfortable for you, allowing your eyes to close, tuning in once again to the rising and sinking, the ebbing and flowing of the breathing low down in your body. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing, relaxing, allowing the work you've just done to completely permeate every cell of your being. We did a decent amount of work on the kind of the lungs, the large intestines, the hips. So during these last few minutes, just allowing yourself to relax, to be present, just to feel whatever you can feel. Feeling the energy flowing through you, moving through you. Feeling your breathing flowing through you, moving through you. Settling into this reality of constant change. And feeling safe and secure here. Breathing, relaxing, releasing. Very simple. Inhaling, exhaling, relaxing, releasing, being with the rising and sinking of the breathing in your belly. And when you can feel ready, gently beginning to move into your fingers, moving into your toes. And when you can feel ready in your own time, coming to rest on your right shoulder, on your right side. And in your own time again, when you can feel ready, coming all the way up into a comfortable seated position. So taking a few final breaths here. And bringing your palms together, rubbing into your palms, tapping from the crown of your head, down the back of your neck, all the way to your lower belly. Grounding and centering here. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for zooming in. It was great to have everybody. Sorry about the technical glitches there along the way. Hopefully get a little smoother. And drink some water to balance things out and have a wonderful week. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Mary Lee. Thank you, Karen. Good to see you. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mom. Good to see you. Judy, I'm gonna need I'd like to do an order of honey again if you have any.
I
I'll
do.
get
I
okay.
do. Good.
Okay, yeah, maybe 2 jars.
I've got them.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Just
Bye.
give a call or an email.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
I
Very
will.
good.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, Aviva. Great to see you. I know you don't have the mic. It's really good to thanks for zooming in and being here. I'll talk to you soon. I sent you an email today about the freeze and everything. So, okay. See you later.